Hello everybody, my name is Cody and welcome back to another episode of Plantmas. Thank you guys for joining me in another episode of Plantmas. Now today's episode has two plants that we're going to feature, two plants that are very dear to me, and maybe a lengthy video. If it is, I may cut it up into two parts. So the plants that we're going to be talking about today are Philodendron 69686, which has been featured, and Philodendron Joepii, which has been featured as well. So these two plants at some point were thought to be the same plant and still get mixed up as the same plant. Now they're two different plants and we're going to go over that today. I'm super excited for this video because I've been doing a lot of research. I have my laptop right here because I have the articles that I've been reading up on it, and it really does help. What I will do as well is link those articles below so you guys have the opportunity to read them. Now, some of this I have already kind of like summarized and whatnot, so super fun. So let's go ahead and start with Philodendron Joepii. So Philodendron Joepii was discovered in 1991 by Joep. Now put his name up on the screen, Joep Moonen. Now Joep is a, and I believe he's still alive to this day, is a Dutch naturalist. Now he's not a botanist and he lives down in French Guiana, which I'm super jealous because I would love to live in French Guiana. Well, in 1991, he stumbled upon the parent plant, I should say, of this one I have. And it was on the riverbank of the Matreon, I think, river. So they think this beautiful plant is actually a natural hybrid, which is kind of mind-blowing. So this very beautiful plant that I have is actually a hybrid. It's thought, it's not confirmed. The parentage, they think, is Philodendron pedatum and Philodendron bipennifolium. So that's what they're thinking it is. Now, this plant, when you decided he wanted to go get it, was very hard to kind of get to because it was home to an arboreal nest of ants. And ain't nobody got time to mess with the ants, just saying. But when this plant is mature, now this guy's kind of, he's an immature plant because he was a cutting and then blah, 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 blah. So he's kind of reverted back to his small leaves and whatnot. Now, as this plant gets bigger, these leaves are going to get bigger. It's going to start forming ears and it's going to have like jagged edges right through here. So when this plant was seen in the wild, it was thought to have been eaten by an insect, something had been eaten on it. But that's just how the plant looked. It's cool how evolution has created these plants to make them look like they have been eaten on, so stuff will leave it alone. And if you watched my repot video, we put him in the lava rock, and thus far I am actually really liking the lava rocks. The plant's perfectly fine with it as well. Like I said, two in the world. It is an easy growing plant, which is very easy growing plant. It gains size quickly if you give it something to grow on. Of course, a well draining mix, just like any aeroid likes. And temperatures, I would say in the 60s or above. Now, when it hits 40, the growth tip, like this is right here, the growth tip, can die back. So just keep an eye on your temperatures. It flowers very easily, but doesn't produce any seeds. They think it doesn't do that because it is potentially a natural hybrid. Now, it being a natural hybrid means it'll never actually be completely classified. So it's not going to be scientifically documented, I guess, from the way it reads. So they still call it Philodendron Joepii to this day because of Joep. Now, a plant that they also think might be a natural hybrid is Philodendron 69686. So Philodendron 69686 is just Can you not? Look how cool that leaf is. But anyway, Philodendron 69686. They don't know where it came from. So her name is Bet, like Bette Midler, but no, her last name is Bet Waterbury. Computer, can I have the whole screen, please? Anyway, so Bet brought this to the attention of the botanist Dr. Thomas Croat at the Missouri Botanical Gardens, and where this plant originated was. Now I'm going to throw out some cool names because we've got Dr. Thomas Croat already. And you think of Pseudovaricosum Croat, yes, Croat, that's him. And then you've got Bet Waterbury, Anthera waterburyanum. And then this plant was actually obtained from Roberto Burle Marx' garden. So if you guys don't know who Roberto Burle Marx is, well, there's Burle Marx, Philodendron Burle Marx, and Philodendron Burle Marx Fantasies. He is a Brazilian artist and plant collector, well known. Unfortunately, he passed away. What year did he pass away? Oh, he passed away in 1994, unfortunately. Famous Brazilian artist and plant collector, I should say. Apparently, Roberto had this collection that any plant enthusiast would just fall in love with. So, all right. Why does Philodendron 69686 just have numbers? Well, Philodendron 69686, let's see how many times I can say that, oh my word, is not scientifically classified. Well, so it's not been documented, so it hasn't been published, I guess the word I'm trying to say. When a plant comes in, they give it a number. That's how they associate, like when they're talking about it, that this plant is this plant. They assign a number for it before they name it. Now, unfortunately, this still has not been documented or published, and they don't think it's going to because they cannot find where this plant came from. They think it came from the Brazilian rainforest, just don't know where, because I believe Roberto Burle Marx couldn't remember where he found it or something around those lines. So, and then there's another one you're going to throw in that this people keep getting confused with. So there's actually a Philodendron Moonii, which is actually named after Mooney, or Moonin, sorry. I always want to say Mooney, but it's Moonin. That gets confused with these plants as well. And I don't see how, because it's a rounded leaf. So fun thing about 69686 is within different collections and whatnot, the leaf form can change a little bit. So one leaf may be different from another plant, but they're still thought to be the same plant. They're thought to be a hybrid still yet to this day, which they cannot confirm because they don't know where this plant came from. Fun thing when I was reading about Joepii, the inflorescence always fell off because it takes a special type of scarab beetle, they said, to pollinate philodendrons, and in the botanical gardens it never would, but it still has never produced seeds. And I believe 69686 hasn't either. I could be wrong on that. I can't remember. I have read so much on these plants here lately. Like, I was reading an article about Spiritus, Philodendron Spiritus Danksity, the other day, and it was like mind-blowing how long this article was. It was super, super interesting to read. Let's see. 69686 grows almost just like Joepii. Well draining mix, give it something to climb. Like I said, with 69686, if you don't give it something to climb, these leaves are going to revert back to smaller leaves and lose the ears. But that happens on some plants that like to climb. So if you guys enjoyed what you see today, please keep tuning in for Plantmas. I'm Gonna do some more fun philodendrons that I've been reading about. One will be the Billietier that I just got the other day, and I love the orange petioles. Like, they're amazing. And I'm just noticing this petiole on this. That is so long. Wow, that's incredible. The petiole on this is long too. Super cool how these plants put out these ginormous petioles. But anyway, guys, have any questions, feel free, let me know. Send me a message. If you aren't already subscribed, please think about that. It'd mean a lot to me. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.